Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of M.S.M Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing what all these movies have been leading up to. Avengers Infinity War. Thanos is here. So basically the movie opens up where we last saw Thor when that ship came up towards him at the end credit of Thor Ragnarok. We open up the movie here, and the ship's already been boarded. Thanos pretty much killed half the people on the ship, and we see Thor pretty much might actually die, and Loki tries to save his brother, and we see Loki get his neck snapped by Thanos, and Thanos fights the Hulk and beats the shit out of the Hulk. So basically, the first 10 minutes of this movie, we see Loki die, Thor gets his ass whooped, and Hulk gets his ass whooped. But Thor's friend sends Hulk to Earth to warn them that Thanos is coming. So, the name of the movie comes up after that. Hulk lands into Doctor Strange's house and tells him Thanos is coming, and Doctor Strange's like, who? And then we see Tony's talking to his wife, Pepper, about him having a dream that had a kid. Then Doctor Strange comes out of nowhere and tells him the fate of the universe needs your help. And we see Bruce embrace Tony and tells him who Thanos is, and pretty much Tony's like, okay. And they have to try to get a hold of Vision because he has one of the Infinity Stones, and Thanos is here to get all the Infinity Stones. And he said that's only one person who could probably find Vision, is Steve Rogers. And Tony tells pretty much Bruce that since the last time we talked, the Avengers broke up. And right before he was gonna dial Steve, we already see that Thanos' henchmen are there. They are here on Earth. In this movie, that's not really a lot of time to breathe moments. Like, it's straight X, like, threat is near, threat is here. And we get this cool fight scene. Spider-Man and Tony are trying to just beat the crap out of one of Thanos' goons, and one of these goons is like a social and takes on Doctor Strange and knocks him out, pretty much gets him, and Spider-Man and Tony pretty much end up hijacking the aircraft and actually sent the guy in space, and so that dude's dead, and they head to this planet called Titan, which pretty much is Thanos' home world when he was a kid. So we cut to Guardians, and they pick up Thor. Thor is alive still, and Thor and Rocket Raccoon decide to take a pod so he can go to this other place to build a hammer or axe, pretty much, to kill Thanos. So they go there while the Guardians go to nowhere because they heard Thanos is there to get the Power Stone, or the Reality Stone, I mean. By the time they get there, he already has the Reality Stone and pretty much takes Gamora and pretty much knocks everybody out from the Guardians. And him and Gamora goes to the place to get the soul stones at. And it turns out Thanos throws Gamora off the cliff, kills her to get the soul stone. And you have to sacrifice something you love to get the soul stone. So pretty much he gets the soul stone. And we cut to Peter and Tony and Doctor Strange finally making it to Titan. And Guardians, pretty much bumping into them and thinking they work for Thanos, but they don't. So they all decide to meet on Titan. Pretty much team up on Titan to create this plan to get Thanos and take the gauntlet off his hands. So we get Thanos and meeting them at Titan fighting, but then we see Vision almost gets killed by these other henchmen by Thanos to try to get the Mind Stone from him, and they almost succeed until Captain America shows up with Black Widow and Falcon, and they beat them, and so they retreat. They take Vision to Wakanda, so everybody is at Wakanda pretty much, getting ready, telling them that Thanos is coming. And we have two things happening at this time sequence. We're already in the third act at this moment. Thanos is at Titan fighting off Tony and Spider-Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy and Doctor Strange. And they pretty much put a good effort against Thanos, and like this scene, so awesome, mind-blowing effects, just like, whoa, oh my god, come on Tony, whoop his ass, like pretty much, like it's awesome. They almost get the gauntlet too off of him, but Quill, Star-Lord, loses his nerve when Thanos says he had to, and so he knows that, oh no, she's dead. So he just goes rage, starts punching him, and then he gets all out of this trance and beats them all back, and he gets the time stone. Doctor Strange gives him the time stone and leaves, pretty much. And Tony asks Doctor Strange, why'd you do that? And he says, it was the only way. Because earlier in the movie, Doctor Strange was looking into the future, and he said there was 1 out of 5,000 billion chances that they'll win. And he said, out of all the possible endings, there was one. They won. So we end up getting to the final act of the movie. Vision, and they're trying to get the stone off of Vision safely without destroying him, but Thanos shows up and Vision ends up outside because one of the henchmen tried to get him inside the building, and they end up fighting outside. And pretty much Scarlet Witch kills Vision to try to destroy the stone so if Thanos doesn't get it, and it looks like it works, but then Thanos has the time stone, so he reverses time and then pulls the stone out of Vision's head, pretty much killing him instantly. And he pretty much says, I know what the sacrifice you've been through, talking to Scarlet Witch. And all of a sudden, we get this little hit, a beam off of hitting Thanos, and it's lightning blast on Thanos, and it turns out it's Thor. And Thor's coming for him, like, guns blazing, and Thanos has all the stones in his gauntlet, and he's trying to push Thor's lightning back, and he throws Stormbringer, and it just goes straight through his blast and nails Thanos in the chest. And Thanos is like, what the? And Thor is just pushing in the axe, saying, I told you were going to pay for that. And he said, and you just see Thanos look at him, he's like, should have aimed for the head, and snaps his fingers. And everything goes white. And we see this Thanos talking to a younger version of Gamora. And she's like, did you do it? And he's like, yes. Was it worth it? He's like, yes. And we see Thor saying, what did you do? What did you do? And Thanos just vanished into a portal. And pretty much Thor and Captain America are like, what happened? What happened? And then we see Bucky's like, hey, Cap, I don't feel too good, And he starts fading. We see him fade. We see Falcon fade. We see Black Panther fade. And half the Wakanda people fading into dust. And we cut back to Tony on the planet. All the Guardians, Drax, pretty much fade, Star-Lord. The only person in the Guardians that didn't fade away was Rocket, and it's sad because Rocket was on Earth with Thor, and Groot was with him, and Groot fades away looking at Rocket saying Groot, and just fades away. But on Titan, we see Peter fading away in Tony's arms, and it was a really just heart crunching, seeing Peter like, I don't want to go, I'm sorry, and just fades away. So Tony and Nebula are the only ones left on Titan, and Doctor Strange fades away, and he just looks at Tony saying, it was the only way, right before he fades away. And we cut back to Captain America, and he's like, oh God. And the movie ends. And the end credit we get that this affected everybody. We get it, what's happening in New York. Nick Fury, his partner, fades in front of him. And right before Nick Fury starts fading, half his body's fading, and he presses his little beeper, and it's the symbol of Captain Marvel. And and we just get this little, right before he fades away, he's like, mother. And so, Captain Marvel shows up. But all these movies leading up to this climate and this big event, I was shocked when I saw this. Like, they actually went for it. It's one thing, you read it from the comic perspective and you're like, oh my God, no. But seeing it on screen, seeing, will they actually do that? And, when it happened, oh my God. Are they coming back? Don't know. They probably will. But this was a 10 out of 10. Like, this movie was non-stop. Like when it started, it did not let you breathe, until the movie was over. It was amazing and crazy. But that's my thoughts and my review of Avengers Infinity War. And y'all have an awesome day.